Hey guys, Brian here from Vintage Classic Specialist. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Time for another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. So, lots going on as usual here. Talk about this one here shortly. So, Jacob and I were both mostly working on various things to do with this motor. So, this is the 36 horse, numbers matching, by the way, out of this beautiful black 56 Beetle here. And so, we spoke with the owner this morning and we kind of collectively decided to leave the case natural. We were talking about painting it a color that we like to paint them sometimes called champagne, which kind of matches the sort of like muted gold-ish color, I'd say, that they were from the factory. But his case cleaned up really nice. We didn't really expect it to look that good, which is why we were thinking about putting a layer of paint on it, because it seemed to have been previously painted black. But the more Jacob cleaned, that black paint or whatever it was came off, and it just kept looking better and better. So we're going to roll with it because it's gorgeous. And so actually what we'll do, though, is we'll put a thin layer of matte gloss paint on it just to help preserve it, because raw magnesium will kind of oxidize over time, and it'll get that sort of white, almost like powdery oxidation layer on it. So we'll spray a fine layer of clear coat over it and it'll look great like this for a really long time. So Jacob started off the day by doing a little bit more cleaning of this, since we decided to leave it natural. There was still a few areas that were a little dark with grease or whatever that would have been fine to paint, but now that again we're staying with this look, they needed to be more spotless, more bright. So he did that, and I kind of continued working on the tins for the motor here and getting all this stuff ready for paint and powder coat and so on. Actually, another thing that Jacob did was he went ahead and pulled the 6-volt generator apart and wire brushed it all and cleaned it with some very high quality silver paint that we use that gives a really nice finish. So I think he still has to paint the end caps there, but the main body is painted. Worked on the regulator for it. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. And yeah, I think this pile of tins over here have all been gone through as far as body work and so on, where they're pretty much ready to go to powder coating now. His air cleaner's there. I took the little clips and stuff off it. Those will go to zinc plating so they look correct. And the stuff was all in relatively decent shape here. Again, a little bit of body work on it. Nothing too crazy. One thing that I'm going to do is I went ahead and picked him up a spare front engine tin. So this is the one that goes kind of at the bell housing of the transmission and the firewall. And we're going to somehow modify this to have an outlet for his doghouse style oil cooling system. We're not 100% sure what we're going to do, but somehow we're going to modify this tin to have an opening in it and then have a hose or something running out of it. Again, I think I mentioned the other day that the way it was that the doghouse oil cooler setup wasn't vented to outside the engine compartment. So the engine would have been like recycling that warm air that just came through the oil cooler, which the air comes through and does its thing, removing heat from the oil, but then the air is of course warm. And then since it wasn't being vented out, under the car by the transmission, that air would just keep recirculating and, theoretically keep getting kind of hotter and hotter and cooling the oil less and less efficiently and so on. So yeah, we're going to do something about that and keep with the doghouse cooling setup that he has on here, which I think is a good idea. I honestly don't remember seeing that on the 36 horse. So kind of cool. No pun intended. But yeah, just kind of working on this stuff, getting it all ready so it can go to powder coating. And then somewhere around here, there is a pile of zinc plating for this motor. The various little levers and stuff for the carburetor and hardware for, you know, other bits and pieces of the motor. And then his manifold will go to ceramic coating, heater boxes, ceramic coating. His muffler, I need to look at it and see if it's in good enough condition. I think they can blast it before doing the ceramic coat, but I have to make sure that it's not, you know, pitted really bad where they'll start blasting it and it'll just end up full of holes. So I don't really know how old this muffler is or anything, but yeah, I'll check that out. And if it doesn't seem worthy of coating, then, you know, of course we'll pick him up a new one. But in the meantime, that's kind of what's going on with the tin and stuff for this motor. Let me show you guys. So he didn't have the correct fuel pump for it. He had a one that looked like maybe a Brazilian one or something, I'm not sure. So we pulled the correct one out of our stock, which for a 56 looks like this. And yeah, I actually had a really nice one. So went ahead and took that and started sanding, or didn't start, well, yes, started and finished sanding all the mating surfaces so they're nice and flat. Usually they get warped over time. People get a little overzealous tightening the screws and these become very wavy and they don't seal well. So that's sanded. That's sanded. The other places people tighten the two studs coming out of the case too tight, and this surface here gets warped and they don't seal and they leak oil. So that's sanded. And then likewise on the carburetor, sanded the lower flange here. People again get too crazy tightening the two studs here that go through the manifold and flex this. So before I send the manifold to ceramic coating, I will also do the same thing to the mating surface of that, because those are usually warped also. And yeah, I even did the accelerator pump. It wasn't too bad, but you know, few good strokes with some sandpaper and some elbow grease and flatten that out, and then on the body. So yeah, all this stuff should seal up really well when it goes back together. So that's that. And then his voltage regulator was pretty nice, so cleaned it up a little bit and then painted his cover, which was also in really nice shape. I'm not 100% happy with the paint job, so I'll probably lightly sand it and hit that again with paint. You can see it. I don't know if it's a run or what. It's super weird looking, those two lines there, and then a little foggy looking right there. So I will sand that down a little bit and shoot some more paint on it and get it looking perfect before it goes on. But yeah, so this stuff is all kind of coming together here. As far as Rafa is concerned, he worked on a bunch of bits and pieces for this one still. So he took the door latch mechanisms and cleaned those and got them all ready for zinc plating, and did the same thing to the deck lid latch and the front hood latch. And I think he also, he pulled apart the headlight assemblies and got those all ready for paint and powder coat, and the front bullet turn signal assemblies, pulled those all apart. So yeah, just lots of pieces to restore a full car, you know, lots of bulb holders and latch mechanisms and stuff like that. So yeah, Rafa went ahead and started in on those things. And because this car will be polished pretty soon, we'll do the undercoating. Need to pull this back suspension apart, and then pretty much the car can start going together. Renee painted the front beam for it today. I picked up restored torsion arms, front torsion arms from Washburns. So yeah, we're already collecting a lot of pieces that are basically ready to bolt onto the car when the rest of the car is ready. So yeah, our guy, who shall remain anonymous, has been coming still and polishing it. I think I showed you guys the back before. He hasn't done the finer polish yet, so far this is compound, which is why you see these sort of light marks in it, but it's like a 3-stage process. But he has also done the front of the car, and it's dusty now, but so you'll have to take my word for it. It looks amazing. But again, everything so far has just been the first compound stage, so it is really going to shine way more whenever he goes and does the next two stages. And needless to say, the roof still needs to be done with compound. And then I think a little bit on the inside of the car, like things that'll show on the inside. And yeah, he's got a little bit to do here. This has been color sanded, so this will get buffed out as well. And oh, I don't want to forget about this poor beige 67 sitting here. So this one didn't get a lot of attention today, but what it did get was it got its rear quarter windows and its rear window all reinstalled. So probably tomorrow morning I need to take this car for a spin and do any little adjustments that need be on the motor. And then as far as I know, we're still going to have Renee do like a quick polish of it. Not like a super extensive one, but just, you know, this paint I think is really going to look a lot better with a little polish on it. It's got some it's got like a little orange peel in it and stuff like that. So yeah, I think you can really make this paint pop. So as far as I know, we are still planning to do that on that 67. And Santiago has been continuing to work on the door panels for this car. I'm not sure how far he is. I think they're nearly done. And the trim for them, there's like these chrome strips that kind of run along them. Those will be here tomorrow. And yeah, so I think at that point we can go ahead and we'll put some Dynamat on the inside of these doors, and then we can probably at that point install those interior panels. And he has already started on the seats as well. So we got the horsehair pads or coconut fiber pads today, and he started installing those on the seat frames, which have already been painted and everything. So yeah, lots going on kind of in the background of this one here as far as the interior is concerned. And then again, Jacob and I are pretty focused on the motor for this one. So everyone, that is it for today, guys. Thank you all, as always, for watching, and we will see you again tomorrow. Bye.